Namaste to everyone. I, Akshat Dhaka. In next few minutes, I'm going to take you to the land of Meghalaya and Arunachal Pradesh by performing a factual-based case study about these beautiful states with my teammates Jai Verma, Shajal Asthana, Tushar Patel, Aman Yadav, and Priyanshu Singh. All organisms such as plants, animals, microorganisms, and human beings, as well as the physical surroundings, interact with each other and maintain a balance in nature. And all the interacting organisms in an area together with the non-living constituents of the environment form an ecosystem. Arunachal Pradesh is one of the world's top ecological hotspots, having a vast range of flora and fauna species and ecosystem diversity. The state covers the easternmost part of the country and has been known as one of the biodiversity hotspots in the world. The Dihang Dibang Biosphere Reserve (DDBR), located in the reserved forest spreads in West Siang, Upper Siang, and Dibang Valley of Arunachal Pradesh, and is the largest and the most biodiverse spot. Acorus calamus is perennial rhizomatous creeping herb growing in marshy and moist regions. Its rhizomes are dark brown and spongy. This plant is a medicinal plant found in a large scale in Meghalaya. As it is a medicinal plant, hence it is so important to the people in order to sustain their life. But how do they sustain their own life or fulfill their own needs? They do this with the help of the process called photosynthesis. In this process, these autotrophs take in substances from the outside and then convert them into stored forms of energy. These following events occur during this process: absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, conversion of light energy to chemical energy, and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen, and last, reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrates. If we talk about reproductive health, we know that there are several methods through which unwanted pregnancies can be removed. But these may be misused by people who do not want a particular child. For a healthy society, the female-male ratio must be maintained. If I do a comparative study about the child-sex ratio of 2001 and 2011, so we will get to know that the child-sex ratio of Arunachal Pradesh was 964 in 2001. On the other hand, it was noted 972 in 2011. In the case of Meghalaya, it was noted 973 in 2001 and 970 in 2011.
The acid soil occurs primarily in high rainfall, hilly mountainous and coastal regions. The soil under different land uses for growing of food crops, horticulture, plantation crops and forest. A substantial area with pH less than 5.5 is more problematic with severe deficiencies of phosphorus, calcium and vital minerals. Districts of Meghalaya have more area under acid soils than Arunachal Pradesh. Extent of the acid, the soil in the Arunachal Pradesh is quite neutral with pH 6.52, but in the case of Meghalaya, it's highly acidic with pH 1.19.
The phenomenon of existence of an element in different forms having different physical properties but similar chemical properties is known as allotropy, and almost every student has an idea about the allotropes of carbon, that is diamond, graphite and fullerene. Graphite is one of the most important non-metal as it can conduct electricity. There are 5 Indian graphite resources and surprisingly, Arunachal Pradesh accounts for 43% of total resources all over the country.
In this image, you can observe a beautiful building that is the famous Hotel City Point at the Shillong city center, Meghalaya. Whitewashing is one of the major and important process in order to make a building, and it plays an important role to enhance the look of this hotel too. Now let's understand how does the process of whitewashing takes place. When a solution of slag lime, that is calcium hydroxide, reacts slowly with carbon dioxide in air, forms a thin layer of calcium carbonate on the walls which gives a shiny finish to the walls. So in a nutshell, the whole equation is CaOH whole twice plus CO2 gives CaCO3 plus H2O. Trans-Arunachal Highway, a driver's paradise, also called NH13. The two-lane highway project stretched over 1,600 kilometers connecting easternmost part of Arunachal Pradesh such as Tezu, Roing and Pasighat. If you are fed up of dusty roads, crowded roads and snarling traffic, then come over the eastern Arunachal Pradesh and start a tour via North Bank and South Bank while observing the scenic beauty. It is also important to take safety while driving. One should see inside and rear mirror, but the question is why? Because the side view mirror is made up of convex mirror, which has an enlarged figure of view, and the driver can see a full image of the backside road and cars.
The phenomenon of splitting of white light into its constituent 7 color on passing through a glass prism is called dispersion of light. Rainbow is the best example of dispersion of sunlight in nature. The concentric colored circular arc which can be seen at the Rainbow Falls in Cherrapunji, Meghalaya is a rainbow during or after a shower. A large number of tiny water droplets remain suspended in air. Sunlight falling on droplets is reflected and dispersed on passing through them. It then suffers total internal reflection and is finally reflected by the droplets and result into the formation of rainbow.
It is well said by Marie Curie that nothing in life to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now, this is time to understand more, so we may fear less. With this quote, we would like to thank our science teacher for giving us this incredible opportunity to represent science in nature.